Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's Izzy here, spilling the tea about HIV and so much more. Um, Welcome to my Rehab Diary, Part 1. Um, After I posted the video last week, it got on my heart well, not on my heart, but more in my mind to document everything that I go through and learn here. Yes, I have been writing. I've been writing a lot. I do have a journal that I keep, and as you know, I've been working on this miraculous second book for the longest. But I'm gonna step into the 21st, so in the 21st century or the 22nd. Either way it go, I'm gonna step into one of them, and I'm gonna bring more videos, more content, and more things to you guys while I am here and once I leave. But welcome to my verse video diary, rehab diary. So as you come into the room, go ahead and hashtag rehab diary. Share this video with 1 to 2 people, because you know, as I say, where 2 or 3 are gathered, he shall be in the midst. So go ahead and gather, hit that share button, and let's talk about some rehab. um, where should I begin? Today. Today has been a pleasant day, a good day actually. Better than the last 2 days. Last 2 days I have not been the best days for me. I kind of ran out of medication, and I started to get visits from my good old friends. Um, that involves me having anxiety attacks, a lot of psychosis, and just a very hard time sleeping at night. But my meds came yesterday. Everything is good. So we shall proceed forward. But today overall has been a really good day. If you haven't watched the video I posted last week, go ahead and do so. But I've been here at this rehab facility for a total of 30 days now. I got here on February 29th. So I've been here for a total of 30 days now. And before that, I was in a 28-day program, you know, that actually got me here. And still, one of the best decisions that I did not make, because I didn't make this decision. I knew nothing of this place, Bay Area Recovery Center. I knew nothing of it, and but God did, and He surely did get me here. Um, and by far, this has been a wonderful experience. I am no stranger to treatment. I've been in treatment before. As a matter of fact, this time last year, I was in treatment at a facility in Houston, and it didn't go so well. But during that time, I wasn't necessarily trying to be clean, or nor did I want to be clean. I enjoyed getting high. I enjoyed, you know, hitting a line of cocaine, sucking on a straight shooter. I enjoyed it. It made me feel good. It relieved my stress, you know. It relieved my fear and anxiety. And but I didn't know what it was doing to me. Um, I didn't realize that how much it was affecting my outside life. You know, addicts, we are selfish people, very selfish people. We think about ourselves. And even though I saw the things that was going on, I saw how my parents started to react, and how my siblings started to react, my grandmother, people around me. people who know and love me, um, I didn't realize that I was doing that much. I was doing that much damage. Um, More so, I kept using drugs as a way to cope um, with the demons that I was dealing with the giants that stood in before me in my life, and it made sense. You know, get high, feel good, feel better. Not realizing that even after getting high and feeling good and feeling better, that I would turn back around and have the same feelings once I'm in a clean mind, as I like to call it, a clean mind. Um, but I have been here, and for the first time, I've read the big book, the Alcoholics Anonymous book, and it has been inspiring, and it's been helpful. It's been a great tool to learn, but also while I have been here, a great tool to have. But also while I've been here, I've also been deepening my relationship with God. Um, the first three steps in AA is step one, admitting that your life has become unmanageable. Step two, believing that a God or higher power greater than yourself can restore you to sanity. And step three, coming to know that higher power and letting Him restore you to sanity. My higher power is God. Always has been. I have never been one that was shy of faith or spirituality. Um, I was one of those people who prayed time to time. Only when I needed something. When I was in trouble, I prayed. When things wasn't going right, I prayed. But I never prayed when things were good. I never prayed when everything was right, because I was running off myself, and um I praised myself for the accomplishments that I had and the things that I were doing. When I had the good job, when I had the car, and I had the finances, and I had the apartment, the nice apartment, and I could go out, spend money on myself and treat my friends, and I could go here and go out of town and go there. When I had those things, I never thanked God for those things. I thanked myself. I thanked myself for my hard work. But boy, when He pulled that carpet from up under my feet, you know, He pulled it, but it took some time before He did. It took some time before He did. But in rediscovering myself and rediscovering my relationship with Him and who He is, I have found two things, and especially in these last couple of days, um, in growing this relationship. Um, and there's been an overlying theme for me for the last couple of days, and that's faith, um, comfort, and recovery. I want to share this with you guys because it really spoke to me. I was doing a daily devotional with my YouVersion Bible app. Shout out to YouVersion. Um, I was doing a devotional, and it was talking about the African impala. The impala is a deer-like animal that can jump 10 feet in the air, and it can jump a distance of 36 feet in one leap. That's, they're not 36 feet, but 36 meters. I think that's like 3 feet or something like that. Don't quote me, but it can jump 10 feet in the air and 36 meters. So I think that's like 3 feet in one leap. That's a big jump to jump in the air, and that's a long distance to be able to jump, with every leap, 3 feet. And it went to talk about how the African impala can be kept in an enclosure. And when it's in that enclosure, it won't jump out of it. And it won't jump out of it because it doesn't leap unless it can see where its feet is going to land. And doing that devotional, it related back to us as people. A lot of times we don't take that jump or take that leap because we don't know where our feet was going to land. I've always been scared to not be I've always been scared to be sober. I found comfort in being high. Like I said, I loved it. It made me feel good. And when I wasn't high, I didn't feel good. I was afraid, I was nervous, I was anxious. But when I was high, I was brave, confident, and everything else. I could only make it through the day being high. I found comfort in getting high, so I became complacent in getting high. And that's where I should have not been. I was in addiction. I was deep in addiction. I'm still in addiction. You put cocaine in front of me, you put a crack pipe in front of me. 9 times out of 10, I just might do it. I'm just being honest. You know, that's something that's in me. But through God's grace and through God's mercy, when I have those thoughts or when I'm up for those challenges, I say, God, direct my thinking. Remove that thought from my mind. Remove that. Remove it from me, you know? And allow me to go on in strength and courage. And that's taking a leap of faith, because I'm a African Apollo. If I can't see where my feet is going to land, I am too scared to take the jump. But once upon a time, I used to take that jump not knowing what's going to happen. I just trusted it was all going to work out. Now, was I walking in faith then? No. I was being risky. And a lot of that risk was associated to me being high, you know. But as I'm growing closer to God, and in these 30 days, there is really something to prayer and meditation. There's really something to it, because today, for instance, when I opened up in prayer and meditation for this evening, I invited God in and I asked for his knowledge and understanding. I had already read a devotional this morning that I did not understand, I didn't get. But on my mind all day was taking a leap of faith. Taking a leap of faith, it was on my mind. So today when I started my prayer and meditation, I went back to that taking a leap of faith. And I prayed, I meditated, then it hit me. Comfort. Now I know what my devotional this morning was talking about, being comfortable, being complacent. I grew comfortable in my situation. I grew comfortable not having responsibilities, not paying bills. I grew comfortable in the way that I was living. You know, I grew comfortable in not being a help to my parents, to my siblings, to anyone else but myself. I grew comfortable in that situation. I grew comfortable in that lifestyle. I was too scared to take a leap of faith and trust God that he would defeat my giants and defeat my demons. I was afraid to live. I was afraid to do those things. I was comfortable where I was. Because as long as I was there, I felt safe. But no one should feel safe in addiction. That's common sense. Even in my clean mind, I knew that I was an addict. I knew that I had a problem. May not have known that my life was unmanageable at that point, but I knew that I had a problem. I knew that doing drugs were wrong. What was that in school? DARE. The DARE program. I was a DARE leader, for Christ's sake. I knew I knew that doing drugs were damaging, but I did them. And I did a lot of them. And I was comfortable in it. I felt safe. Well, I'm here today to tell you that that was not a place to be. Being safe in addiction, it was not a place to be. Being safe in any addiction is not a place to be. May it be food, sex, gambling, alcohol, drugs, porn, whatever. It's not a safe place to be. And that's where I found myself safe in that addiction. I found myself safe in being that way. Comfortable. Well, it's time for me to get out of that comfort. It's time for you to get out of that comfort. Whoever this video I'm talking to, whoever this will be an inspiration for, it's time for us to come out of comfort. It's time for us to walk by faith and not by sight. We may not be able to see where our feet is going to land. But just like we didn't know where that next hit was coming from, we didn't know where that next hit was coming from. We didn't know where that next line was coming from, where that next shoot up was coming from. But we had faith that it was coming. If you get what I'm saying. I didn't know where my next high was going to come from when I was broke. But I had faith that it was coming. I didn't know how I was going to get my next hit a crack. But I knew that I'd get one. I had faith. I had faith in drugs. What a waste of faith. What a waste of faith. I had faith in drugs. Always saying that I got faith in God. And you know what the crazy thing was? I would pray to God that I would be able to get money so I can get high. That's crazy. You pray to God to get money to get high, but I couldn't pray for him for pulling me out of 9 overdoses. Didn't say thank you then. I didn't pray when I was sitting at a bus stop fiending, when I could have been at home or in the comfort of my room, but I was at the bus stop with the other crackheads fiending. I wasn't praying then. When I didn't pray when he got me out of a legal situation. Didn't jump for joy and just then. I just knew that was supposed to happen. I had more faith in drugs than I did in God. Now I see why my life was such a mess and why things started to go down the drain. What a misplace of faith. I don't know where your higher power is or who your higher power may be. Neither do I care. That's your higher power. But I urge you to believe in them. To have faith in it instead of faith in getting high, or faith in a drug, or faith in any other addiction. I can't believe that just dawned on me. I had more faith in drugs than God. Wow. but faith, comfort, and recovery. So in order for me to step out of comfort, I got to take a leap of faith. And in order for me to recover, I have to trust in that leap of faith that my feet are going to land on solid ground. Faith, comfort, and recovery. Or should I say comfort, faith, and recovery. Either way it's go, those have been the essential things that I have learned this week. Faith, comfort, recovery. In order for me to step out of my comfort, I have to take a leap of faith. And in order for me to recover, I have to trust that I'll land on solid ground. I have to have faith that I will land on solid ground. Doesn't get any more simple than that, you guys. And this video and this me doing this rehab diary thing, probably weekly, or I haven't figured that part out. We're just gonna play it by ear right now. But me doing this, it's not just for the drug addict. It's not just for the alcoholic, the gambler. It's not just for addiction. It's for life in general. A lot of times we find ourselves in a comfortable position when God is trying to elevate us. He's trying to take us from here to here. But we're comfortable right here. And we may say, okay, God, let's meet in the middle. I don't want to go there because I don't think I can handle it. So can I go here? Or can I just stay where I'm at? That's not what God wants for us. He wants to elevate us. He wants to lift us up. So I take what I'm saying to a life lesson. Step out of your comfort zone. Have faith in God. And trust that you will land on solid ground. Walk by faith and not by sight. Now I know what that means. Now I get it. I'm beginning to walk by faith, and I am seeing that it is paying off. It is paying off, me sitting here and becoming closer with my Creator, with my higher power. And I can't wait to see where He elevates me to after this, but I still have 60 more days here. I'm not counting them. I'm allowing God to order my steps and to order my way. But I'm gonna recover because I'm tired. I don't want to be high anymore. I want to live again. I want to elevate myself. You guys, I went, and it's not about money, and it's not about material things. When I think about where I was to where I am now, a lot of the money that I made, I used getting high. Going on vacations and getting high. Getting high and going on vacation. Never gave God His 10%. $10% of what I was making was my dope money. And that's the God on the street. But now I want to rightfully put it where it's supposed to be, and I want to rightfully give it to who it's supposed to go to. I want to have responsibilities again. The thing about addiction is they say the great obsession of every addict has that we'll be able to control and enjoy our obsession, our addiction. But my addiction has always been out of control. I would like to have some control. Not over my addiction, because I know what's gonna happen if I go get some cocaine or some crack cocaine. I know what's gonna happen, but I want to have control over my life. Being here these last 30 days, I have a sense of control. And it feels good. It feels great. Well, that's all I got for you tonight. That's all I got for you tonight. But you guys, I want you to stick around and be sure to share this video with your friends or someone you may know that's stuck in addiction or stuck in an addictive behavior right now, and they may need to hear this. Um, and we'll also talk about other things. My platform is still um, educating people about HIV and the issues surrounding people living with HIV. And one of the issues is addiction. People living with HIV holds one of the highest addiction rates in the United States. Most people who are addicts have HIV as well. So my platform is always going to be destigmatizing HIV and fighting against stigma against HIV and fighting against stigma against people living with HIV and AIDS. But it falls in place and it falls in line. And we're going to talk about several things during this diary. Whatever comes to mind, whatever comes to thought. But I just wanted to go ahead and just share you guys. I told you I was coming back. I didn't know how I was going to come back. I didn't know where I was going to start or where I was going to begin. But guess what? You got to start somewhere. And in achieving the goals that I want to set out to achieve, I have to start. I have to make an effort. I got to do this. So you guys stay tuned. Be sure to join me every week for a video diary. And I hope to talk to you guys soon. Once again, be on the lookout for book number 2. I don't know when it's going to be finished. God's willing. In God's time, it'll be finished. But it's going to be good. It's going to be amazing because I'm not writing it. I'm co-writing it. Me and God. We co-writing this book. So, be on the lookout for information when all that stuff happens. I'm going to speak that into existence right now because I feel great things and I see great things happening. So I'm going to speak that into existence right now because, as we say, prayers go up and blessings come down. With that being said, you guys have a good night. Love, peace. Talk to you soon. Bye.